to streaming today. Likely for about an hour and a half, if so. So we have no more Archon quests to do anymore. At least until Fontaine is updated. Or unless they just give us an Archon quest before then. So today I might go check out the new area in Sumeru, which I have not done because I wanted to keep it unknown, but looking at it I was like, I should probably do that. And I'll start from the sands of the canal, because from what I've heard, I think that there is a world story quest like the one that's done with the pyramids. I forgot that one, where it's the mother and the father gets trapped in the pyramid while the daughter escapes, and we don't know or when or where we'll come back to that and help them escape from that situation.
The wind rises.
Which definitely sucks, because it's like I teared up for that story, thinking that she'll have to somehow continue on until we come back around to continue the quest in saving her father. And likely more than just that, but also bringing some sort of knowledge about some sort of knowledge towards the pyramid that they got stuck in. Past this way a moment ago, Paimon heard some kind of bonkadonk. Treasure buried in the treasure where shame and we missed out on it. Excited, really, let's check it out. What's this? This is not what I was expecting. Strange object. Oh. Right in the bushes. Huh. Found it, found it. Paimon wonders what it is. Ooh, a mysterious drum with cryo mark on it. Aw, come on, this is no treasure. It's just some tattered old drum. We don't know what it could be used for. If we brought this to the antique, the academia. That's right. They might want to hear more about something we found in the desert. Paimon's not all that interested in the study stuff, but if we can make a little this and that off their budget, why not, right? Hold on. There's a note over there on the side. It might just hold some clues. Nameless Adventures Notes. This time, I've been commissioned to try and find a local order and obtain information about something known as the Sign of Aposha. I must say that remuneration seems quite outsized when compared with the mission content. I hope I won't get caught up in any trouble. I reached the entrance to the Tamir Mountains with the help of an Eremite mercenary, but he refused to continue onward, saying that this was the border of a war. Must be some sort of desert dweller superstition. Contrary to what I was told, it seems that these Nagarjunis are not very friendly to outsiders. Looks like I'll have to try infiltrating their ranks. I finally managed to make it out. Thankfully, these people are pretty civilized, so I managed to get away with my life. As I thought, these high remuneration missions always have something fishy going on. Looks like an adventurer's work doesn't suit people who just want to earn some quick mora. I'll just leave this drum here. Maybe someone will pick it up. That way, I guess I won't totally disappoint Miss Catherine. Let Paimon see, huh? This seems to be left by an adventurer. Sign of a pasha. Paimon's not super sure what this guy's talking about, but he sure is irresponsible, leaving a mission unfinished just because it's hard. Paimon. I am technically the main character of this world, so I will not be dying that easily. You, Paimon, on the other hand, may or may not die easily. People commonly in this world are gonna die very easily. But since that's how things are, let's hand this drum over to Catherine and let her reassign someone to complete whatever commission this was. I'm gonna continue a bit.
Following me. Behold.
And see if I can find another portal. Oh, it's right over it. Oh. Is that what it is? It doesn't exactly look like it.
Too slow. The wind rises.
New artifacts. Hydroelectral rogue. Well, I'll go back for Catherine's sake. Aside from that, I guess this will be the storyline that will be going on for now. May or may not do other story quests now that I've finished Sumeru's Archon quest. Hello there, Mashino. How have your recent travels gone? Quite well, thank you. I've heard about your previous adventures. It seems that you've become very experienced. As long as you keep going, I believe it will only be a matter of time before you become a true great adventurer. Speaking of adventures, we found this one of ours. It was left by some irresponsible adventurer. We thought it would be bad if the commission he took over got resolved, so we brought it back here. or never got resolved. Indeed. This item is key to a particular commission. Thank you very much. This commission linked to this drone is very important. One from the academia, and is also critical to the expansion of our operations. Unfortunately, though, we have previously given this commission to various talented adventurers. They have all invariably failed. Commission from the academia. Well, this was an issue that even the academia could not solve, so we did not expect a relatively high failure rate. Actually, Paimon's getting kinda curious now. What sort of commission is this anyway? Simply put, a recent star observation by researchers from academia led to the discovery that the northern skies have been blocked by a strange, heretofore unseen phenomenon. Concerned that this would have a great impact on the accuracy of the astrological calculations, the academia immediately put people together to investigate. This resulted in them delving into ancient records, within which they found mention of a strange phenomenon known as the sign of a pasha, which bears strange similarities to the recent occurrence. According to these records, these celestial signs appeared left to the disaster that engulfed most of Tibet 500 years ago. Although the circumstances of this eventual disappearance was unclear, its position has been determined to be near the Tamar Mountains of the northernmost regions of the desert. However, that area has only ever been sparsely populated. Even when the ancient desert realms were at their peak, they did not extend that far. And after the cataclysm 500 years ago, that place was one of the areas worst affected by encroaching abyss, due to its connected to an ancient underground realm. Since then, it has been declared a restricted zone by the academia. The only people who still live there are mysterious Darshan, known by the academia as the Nagarjuntis. If you're calling it mysterious, Catherine, it's gotta be something super mysterious. Though they seem like legends to the average person, they were once a Darshan of the academia, albeit one that split off 500 years ago. Then the researchers who wished to fight the monsters from the abyss banded together and traveled to the depths of the desert, and the Nagarjuntis are an organization comprised of the people who stayed there in the end. That said, it has been many years since they have branched off farther and farther from the academia. They even seem to have developed their own academic traditions. It seems they also worship a form of energy known as Kavarana. This energy communicates with them in the form of spirits. Well, I feel that I'm going off topic now. The academia believes that this faction is strongly related to the celestial sign. However, that they have not been able to establish contact with this group, and as such has commissioned the guild to assist in their investigations. This is a win-win situation for us all, as well. Ruins related to Conria are located nearby, but exploration in that area has been declared taboo by the academia until now. If this commission is successful, perhaps we will be able to participate in future expeditions to those ruins. Since you heard of why don't you take this commission? Well, since Conry is involved. So after all that, it sounds like we just need to look for those wherever-eights, right? Sounds like it'll be pretty easy, and we'll get some more from the academia, too. Yes, the drone you picked up was originally given to us by the academia to be used as a token of good faith in our dealings with the Nargujuntes. Just give it to the organization's leader. It stands to reason that they will have some way to solve this problem. I'll be leaving this task in your hands then. I marked the rough position of the Tamir Mountains for you. Ad Astra, Abyssus Traveler. May you inscribe a new legend in the desert sands. Nice. I think this is the one where you get that little red fairy that I've been seeing people have recently. Oh. Well, it's closer to there, so I'm gonna go there. Conria? Man, Conria is definitely way north of of Sumeru. I am curious of, so if we look at the map, how Sumeru is already very large of a map, way larger than any other place like Inazuma or Liyue. And definitely Mondstadt, because you can see this whole part of Mondstadt in easily this one frame. Inazuma about almost the same frame. Inazuma is more spaced out because it's islands. But from here, you can barely fit all of it on the screen. And now we have a whole nother area. And I think we have another whole area coming soon, so it might start spreading over here. And I feel like Fontaine will be way over here related to water. Because if this is the desert, it's going to go back into the Rockies and maybe turn into a watery, swampish-like area. And yeah, I can go pretty far on this, so it might just be over here. And eventually, Conria, somewhere similar. I'd be surprised if it was above Mondstadt somehow, like over here. But Mondstadt wasn't really attacked during Conria. It might be way up here, if anything. That's my best guess, where Conria may end up on the map. Sign of the Aposha, huh? Huge hole with lots of horde stuff oozing out.
Squall Fury.
Let's fight this new fellers.
Rest and rebuild!
Well now.
They're definitely more powerful than before.
Hold the line!
Behold! Too slow.
Ooh. Nameless Adventures note? Huh.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
I want to look at that adventurer's note if I can. There's drum. Huh. Is it somewhere else? I don't know where I'd find that paper, but these are definitely new. I now have almost a full page of 5-star and only 2-star weapons. 2 5-stars. It's definitely interesting seeing the type of enemies now in Sumeru. What is that over here? What are you? Oh, you're a flying serpent.
What?
Oh, you're now over here.
They're following me.
I like that a lot, actually. Pretty difficult from the scene before. There are strange crystals. Find a campsite nearby. Like fix someone's there. Let's ask him. Let me
Squall and Fury.
get this real quick. Is that new metals? Ooh. Or new ores. Yes. Minecraft. Hello. Who are you? You guys don't look like tribespeople of the desert, more like adventurers from a faraway land. No matter what, who you are, this is as far as you'll get, so please go back. We are to resolve the issue regarding the signs of a pasha. Sign of a pasha? How do you know about this name? We are adventurers who have an organization at our backs. Catherine of the Adventurers Guild told us, of course. Since you know the sign of a pasha, you must have heard of the Shamaya Order of Skepches, right? The desert past this point is restricted zone under our guard. As a ranger of Order of Skeptics, cannot let you pass no matter what reason you may have. Order of Skeptics. Wild cheese. My apologies. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Powderhole, a member of Order of Skeptics in order of guarding this place. Paimon remembering that Catherine told us to look for Nagara Jutsis. Or something. Looks like Pyro isn't one we're looking for. Nagara Juntis? That's just derogatory name that those guys from the rainforest have for us. Lord Guna is a hero who fought against the Dev alongside the divine birds' heirs. We gained divine powers through the rite of Chinvat and put an end to the calamity. How dare they call us? They call such a great hero in our first Jivabanti by his given name. Wait, why am I telling you outsiders this? Are you two spies from the academia? We're here to take care of a problem. Aha! So you are here the academia's henchmen. You can think of it as that way. We've tried our best to keep a low profile, but still, you managed to find our trail. Still, I believe that the academia has a full of cowards who would never dare to step foot in the desert. I won't lie, you've impressed me. Paimon didn't expect you to have such a strong opinion about the academia. Of course, Lord Nasurai has said that we wouldn't have been reduced to this state if it wasn't for them. Wait, so you are here to gather intelligence after all? Oh, I revealed more than I should. Anyways, please leave. This conversation continues. As unwilling as I might be to do so, I would have to end you. What? You're the one who couldn't resist blabbing. Why are you putting the blame onto us? Also, there's no need to be rash, alright? Mashino, show Priho the token of Catherine gave us. He'll know what's going on once he sees it. Token? This better not be some trick. Ta-da! Look. Told you we weren't lying. What is this shabby drum? You call this a token? Eh? Did Catherine mix things up? You guys don't think you can bribe me with such a small thing, do you? Leave me now, or things will get nasty. Don't you dare underestimate us skeptics. Bring it on.
Hold the line!
That ended way too quickly. Cease! Cease, I say! Lordy Sorsh, why did you didn't have to attend such a trivial matters personally, let alone in front of these outsiders? We parry appear before whoever we wish, and our valuation is not for you mere mortals to so question. How dare you overstep your bounds? This little thing's about Paimon's size, and the way she talks is kind of funny. Why is Pyro calling lady in that reverent tone? Your sons will be judged, but the time for that has yet to come. The two of you over there, Zenvis of the Academia, it is only polite to state your names first, no? Yeah, we have introduced ourselves first, but the high and mighty attitude of yours is... My words and actions are not contrary to actions and principles of the Peri. The same cannot be said for you nameless persons. Fine. We're not nameless. Paimon is Paimon, and he's Mashino. We're adventurers who came here on a commission. I'm the one who's an adventurer. Hey, we're adventurers together all the time. I need only know your names. Your other trivialities do not concern me. However, as for that drum, that item has a profound connection to us Peri, and is not something that you mortals should possess. Mashino, I command you to present it to me immediately. No way! At least sound nicer about it when you're asking someone for a favor. Besides, this item is important to our commission. We're to hand it to the leader of this order of yours. If we give it to you and fail to complete the commission because of that, not only might we lose our reward, we might even have to pay more to the Adventurers Guild, and that's a huge loss. Reward? Mora? To think that you would risk your lives in a place fraught with peril for such frivolous reasons. You know nothing of what transpires here. One mistake would send your race tumbling into eternal samsara, and yet you commit deeds that are beyond even our comprehension. You humans are such interesting beings. No matter, I shall bring you to the leader you speak of. This item will remain worthy tribute even if you should only present it to me after that meeting. That's more like it. Wait, that's still not right. We still have to deal with that huge hole in the sky, and if we don't... Huge hole? You refer to the sign of Aposha, then, and you wish to quell this calamity with mere mortal coils? Ha! How presumptuous! It is the duty of us Peri to eradicate the sign of Aposha, an endeavor that I, Sorush, shall give my all to accomplish. To quell this calamity, I must follow in the footsteps of the divine bird Samara, and sacrifice everything that one might call Sorush. To stand in my way is not a sign that one such as you may bear. Samara, foolish beings, have you not heard of the divine bird Simurgh? She is the master of Kavarana, who once saved the land from devastation. Legend has it that it was she who split into infinite modes of Kavana after her sacrifice, thus quelling the catastrophe. Ah, sure, but Paimon doesn't think that we'll need to sacrifice yourself. In any case, this matter is far beyond your capabilities, and your intervention is futile. All you must do is bear silent witness as I transcend. You shall receive remuneration from the guild of yours so long as the calamity is quelled, will you not? Still, do not forget to extol my virtues and laud my accomplishments. After all, even the greatest heroes shall require mere mortals like you to sing of their deeds. But Leader Shorsh, the Fignon party has instructed us to forbid suspicious individuals from interfering before the ritual is completed. I have decided, and, as Peri, my word is law. Alright, follow me. I shall take you to the leader you speak of. But gird yourselves all the same. That which lies ahead is not a place that human beings can easily set foot in. If you get lost or end up being beaten by some monster appearing out of nowhere, there shall be nothing I can do for you. Don't worry about that. Let's bring in Razor.
I'll scout ahead.
Ooh. Try Sherry. If we're gonna follow... I just hope we don't go into battle too soon. We'll likely go past the ores that were over here, so I'm likely gonna get some before we continue. Heck yeah. And now I'll change Razorback. I think whenever I come across this order, I'm gonna try and pick it up as much as I can.
Here, let me help you.
Path opened. Ooh, the flora down there. Morning flowers, huh? Are there new fish here? No. I think it'd be cool if there's new fish. Page. Oh dear. I don't think I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna pause a moment for whoever's watching can read it. There we go.
Helpful.
Hit. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Allow me.
Here you are.
You're in for a little shock.
What do you mean, Dev? Aren't these just abyss mages and hilly churls? To think you would so easily defeat the rampaging Dev. Your strength is more radiant indeed. Consider me impressed. Though there is still quite the gap between you and us petty, the sight of you fighting valiantly reminds me of those humans of legend who once fought alongside us. I have decided, then, you shall have the honor of being my Yashnapi. I don't know how to say it. Paimon doesn't know what it is, but coming from you, it can't be anything good, right? Really? Do you not have such things amongst humans? Strategists, scribes, and the like? Those who exist to praise the heroes whose stories they exist in. Neither of those jobs are what you just described. No matter how great the hero, their great deeds must be recorded and sung by others. If not, the same fate that befall ancient heroes shall befall them as well. Though they have loved violence and conflict, great deeds are still great deeds, and they deserve to be remembered. Alas, those who loved conflict and would be consumed by it, and once they had slain each other, they were all lost. And because there was no authors or poets to tell of their deeds, once all who had lived in such times were gone, their works forgotten to the last, I will not be like them. My great work shall shine so gloriously that the world itself will suffer great loss to not know of it. Thus, I shall now give you permission to record those deeds. Rejoice and give thanks, for this not a grace that a few receive from us petty. This all sounds very complicated, but basically you just need someone to tell how awesome you are, right? Skeptic to help you out there? The skeptics? I may admire their spirit, but other than their leader, whom you mentioned previously, the rest are not fit for such work. They speak all day on how conflict is the true nature of this world, but they have themselves lost all abilities to engage in such. None of them will be able to witness my sacrifice to its end. Whatever the case, it has been decided. Fret not, you shall be free to do as you please once I have sacrificed myself to restore the pure skies. Till then, you shall witness my valiant form. Well, sure, even if Paimon can't see it. Pretty cute, but her attitude's just the worst. And the way she goes on about us and we and such, we aren't others like around her? Thinking about it makes Paimon a little ill. This will definitely be a different type of challenge.
The wind rises.
There is something over here. Or not.
Quit following me. Behold.
Ooh, what's this feller over here? Oh, it's a turtle. I love turtles. Why is it so much like a Pokemon? Oh. I must take a picture of it. I love turtles. Oh. Oh.
Respect must be given to the will of every creature.
Oh, it comes out of his shell after you wait a bit. So cute. How dare I not keep this being safe? Oh, it's so cute. If it doesn't hurt me, I would never hurt it. I'm sure it also has a lot of meat droppings, but it's just too cute. I love that there's a turtle now. my gosh, turtles. Oh. The path here is now dotted with grey crystals. When I last left it, it was not yet so. Grey crystals? You mean the crystals we're seeing everywhere? Paimon's had seen her eye on them for a while now. What are they? Grey crystals are remnants of the Blackfire's embers. Proof this land has suffered great calamity. Blackfire. Indeed, I am sure you have heard that such great catastrophe struck long ago, when dark fire arose from beneath the earth and scorched the land. The dark fire opened a bottomless hole in this land, and the demons of Dev that crawled through that gap nearly turned this into a lightless realm. Though the gap was blocked by the great tree, the dark fire's filth spread like seeds, and countless dark and painful memories released by the corruption began to lay down roots and sprout. This persisted till honored lord of Cavarena, the divine bird Sura, drank the primordial water left behind by our god, before transforming herself into Cavarena of all kinds and scattering across the land. From that day on, the Cavarena has taken the divine bird's place in defending this land, and those painful memories that leaked out have been sealed by Cavarena. What was left by these ubiquitous grey crystals, though they seem no different from any other stone, they may contain objects that are yet to be purified. The grey crystals in the area has increased of late. I suspect that this may have something to do with the sign of Aposh's dark power. And if we use Kavarena's might, we could get rid of these crystals. If my sense do not deceive me, a wandering Kavarena should be nearby. Let us look around. Kavarena? Are you talking about the turtle? No. Oh. Hmm. Very unique indeed.
Let's move out. Rest and rebuild!
Flicker. Should replace my hammer.
Yep.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
Where did it go?
Quit following me. Take it and have fun. The wind rises. Quit following me.
Lady Sorish, Kavana's envoy, you have returned. Though it has taken much work on my part, the analysis of documents regarding the rite of Chinvat will soon be complete. According to my research, we only need to collect all the great songs of Corana next, and your great work may be completed. Wait a minute. You two are... Do not fret. They are Mashino and Paimon, my newly chosen Yosapati and his companion. They are here to witness my great work. Hey now, Paimon hasn't agreed to that yet. Yosapati, you say? Though I will not question your most astute judgment, I fear that allowing ignorant outsiders into this land before the rite of Chinvat is complete may have untoward effects. Know that the people of Academia surely do not desire the rite's completion. Speak no further. I have my reasons for doing this. Well then, take that drum from before out, Mashino and Paimon. A Corybantus. A Corybantus, you say? Yes, this is an important catalyst for the ritual needed to forge a lupa between ourselves and the Peri. I have searched for many years for this, and to think it now comes to me, and this indeed is a good omen for my future plans. It'd be good if the fates will also be with me, and I will lead to the Order of Skeptics to throw down the Academia and burn their house of Edina, or whatever they call it, to the ground. Whoa, what a way to casually paint yourself as the villain, huh? Villain? Ha! The Academia are the true villains here. I have no doubt of that. I forgot my introductions. I am Juna, the Vanapati of the Order of Skeptics. We cultivate ourselves here. If you would use the terminology of the Academia, I would be the equivalent of a sage. But I doubt those pampered folk would care for what we at the margins call ourselves. You do not look much like those Academia might send. We did take a commission from them, sure. And so you are one of You are of them, after all, but it matters not. Even if the entire corps of 30 were to be sent here, my plans would not be halted. Well, whatever your plans are, we didn't come here to stop them, that's for sure. Ha! So they would sail, I'll say, those treacherous louts of the academia, and when my guard is down, you'd stab me in the back. And just like those people in the funny masks who try to skulk and steal our academic tomes, they even dared to attack our honored envoy of Crown of Lady Saraj. And they met defeat at my hands, each one of them. I'm guessing those were the Fatui. The Fatui? I know not of what you speak, but they were city folk, so I doubt the academia would be far behind in the shadows. Do not look upon us as miserable few who inhabit the Tanir Mountains. We once had such numbers that all desert north of Mount Damavan would struggle to hold us. It was only because of our harsh environment and slander and ostracism by the academia that we have been reduced to this. It was not for such sage souls as myself holding things together in the protection of Karana. We skeptics would have been reduced to nothing long ago. Sounds like quite the disagreement, yes. Catherine said that you have your differences, but it sure looks to Paimon like you skeptics really hate the academia. Say not hate, but rather that we simply cannot coexist. When I was young, I did go there to learn in an attempt to mend our differences, but they treated me like an outsider. Though they feign politeness by calling us a branch of the academia, this is not but a means to belittle us. It is said that our predecessors had a clash of ideals with them, and so chose to go into the desert to stand against the darkness themselves. From that day on, we have been holding firm in the war against defilement, defending our land, and what have those useless louses been doing in the meantime? Compared to those pampered pandants, who combine thought, word, and deed for our better, deserve honor for our wisdom. Paimon doesn't quite get it. You only need to understand that conflict is the true nature of this world. Carvana and impurity, Dari and the true way. It is these struggles for supremacy that kept this world alive, just as surely as the sky does. Those sophists and their fancy darshans believe that the fates of all are inscribed in the skies, and that is the supreme wisdom and truth. That look, the skies reflect defilement itself. Surely their truth then is an imperfect thing. Perhaps nothing is truly perfect. You think you thus? Then we might yet be friends. If time permits, we may discuss this issue in more detail. Nasura, this is not the time to talk about such things. Have you not seen how the grey crystals hem us in ever more tightly? If we do not extinguish the signs of a pasha soon, things shall grow most perilous indeed. Well, speaking of the sign... Right. That's right. We were tasked to fix this whole thing. But after all this talking, we still don't know what it's supposed to be. Well, our plans also involve extinguishing that celestial mark. As for what it is, if it must be described as anything, let us call it the water surface. The water surface? Your explanation's just making things more confusing. The water's reflection, while an illusion nevertheless hides the truth within itself. So it is with the skies, as it's like a mirage if you have seen those before. That big hole up there is a way spookier than any mirage. Well, it should be, for the celestial sign reflects an otherworldly hellscape. Long ago, Dari once built a facility here that connected them to realms beyond Conria. During the Great Disaster, which they say the Dari started, monsters swarmed from that facility into the nations of the world. Monsters tore open a great rift that came to be called Tonigi Hollow, and through they were sealed away with the new vein of the ancient tree. This mysterious sign appeared along with it. What the sign reflects is which lies beyond the dark rift, and though the monsters cannot enter to that through that illusion, nevertheless radiates corrupt energies. They say that our very first Vanapati extinguished that strange sign together with the Pari, but as the power of impurity has strengthened over time, the ancient symbol has appeared once more. And should we leave it be, who knows? The hollow may truly re-emerge one day, and this ancient war will reenact. In truth, it will be interesting to live in such exciting times. What? No, that won't be interesting at all. It matters not. Surma drank the Amorite left behind by our god, transmuting herself into limitless Kavana. As the heirs of the divine bird, solving this problem is the mission that we Peri have. I, Sorish, will surely leave behind a work great enough to be her equal. Of course. Kavana's envoy, and we, the Order of Skeptics, shall surely help you see your duty through. What's with all this talk about sacrifice? Is that really necessary to solve this problem? Well, in truth, I do not know. All documents regarding of the science of Apasha have long been lost, and the traditions and rites surrounding it has also ceased to pass down. It has been for the consistently looking up that documents were left. There might not have been any more left to know of the rite of Chinvat existed at all. According to my research, the Pari are the descendants of Sumara, and shall therefore also have the power to transform into Kavana to purify the land. And would you not say that a grand sacrifice to save the world on the part of the divine bird's heirs very much suits our order's style? What's so haphazard? The sacrifice you're talking about doesn't sound like a small thing either. Aren't we thinking of other ways to resolve this issue? Paimon's sure there's gotta be some alternative, right? It's always been this way, hasn't it? I'm very good at my job, after all. I already said that you need not interfere. Simply witness my sacrifice and shall suffice. It is something worth celebrating, that we Peri sacrifice our lives to purify the earth. You say that, but I would ask that you keep a respectful distance from that which you do not comprehend, outsiders. But since this is the case, well, I was planning to investigate the Tonagi Hollow to make preparations for the rite of Chinvat anyway. Why don't you come along? I trust that you also wish to see the scars left behind by a fissure that once led beyond our world's bounds. When you see it, I believe you shall understand. Well, Paimon is kind of curious. A sound plan. In that case, I shall lead the way. Lead the way. After all, you would find it impossible to freely traverse this land where Caverna battles against impurity. Maya's body, follow me to the end. Watch me complete my mission. Stop. Get some help.
Squall and Fury.
Oh, so cute. Skeptic? What did I just do? Oh, she was returned to me. Not what I meant, so... Let's see, how far can I go? Oh! Oh, I guess O is for descend. She will be increasingly helpful for finding stuff. I do wonder if she can be attacked though in the use of her. Is that deep pit the Toniki Hollow you were talking about earlier? That's super huge crystal all over the place. Even bigger than the ones we saw before. They look scarier too. These were once huge trees, used to seal and subdue the creatures of the dark depths. The power of defilement has corrupted them, warping them into such forms as you see now. Since the monsters have been sealed, it sure doesn't look like anyone needs to sacrifice themselves again. That is why we must use the power of Corvana to reopen the way. Why? But, hey, wouldn't that just release the monsters again? They took so much effort to seal... too. No, I mean that we must open the path to the sign of Aposha. The way to the rift in the earth was sealed long ago. It can never lead to the true darkness again. That is exactly why the sealed rift does indeed connect to the illusion of the abyss. We need only use the great songs of Karana to stabilize the seal before initiating the rite of Chivat to pass through the darkness and reach the sign. Let's go. The great songs of... They are mightiest manifestations of the Carvena scattered throughout the world. We can use the great songs to initiate the rite of Chivat. After that, we can open a path to the darkness, just as the legend holds that the first Yanpati Jagaruna in the party did. That's all well and good, but what will we do once we reach the side of the sign is on? I do not know what happens after that. I've encountered legends that our first Juna has lifted up to the heavens when he used the divine power to extinguish the sign, but that, I feel, is a mere myth. I believe that Carvana's envoys will have some way, since they can purify the defiling impurities. They must also have some way to extinguish the signs. Did Sorosh not also say that she wishes to imitate the sacrifice of Sero? The world is built upon conflict and sacrifice, after all. Well, that's what Sora says, sure, but that's way too irresponsible of you. Oh, don't fret. Before the necessity of any sacrifice can be asserted, we still bring the great songs of Carvana together, and at the moment we have yet to take even the first step forward. Says the guy who's just been talking this whole time. Well, basically only that Perry who have been chosen as the Bloom Guard can touch the great songs, but our current envoy Lady Sorish has yet to obtain that right. Is that so? For all the bluster, you really aren't all that, huh, Sorish? You dare speak to me like that, pale floater? Well, Paimon isn't a pale floater. Only to obtain the twin-headed Charlotte. May she become the Bloom Guard, a being able to gather the power of Carvana as such she must. She must first be acknowledged by Lady Zervin of the First Perry. She is a mighty Perry who once fought alongside our ancestors. It is even said that she was even the very Perry who fought alongside the ancient heroes to subdue the embers of the abyss. The elder of ours is utterly unreasonable. She refuses to acknowledge my dearest desire. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that. Still, even without the twin-horned Charlotte, my sacrifice will suffice to accomplish this deed. Of course, I do not intend to doubt your desires to sacrifice yourself this way, but if you are unable to form the rite and pass through the Dark Hollow, your wish will not be fulfilled nevertheless. However, I do have a suggestion. Lady Soros called her Yasafati, did she not? Why didn't you go with her to the Baraksha Oasis? That is where Lady Zurvan may be found. Lady Zurvan may yet change her mind should she see that we humans view Lady Soros as the pristine dim boy. Why aren't you going? Well, as for me, she would certainly look down on a bookish man like me, considering her many years of experience. If she looked upon me, I doubt she would ever change her mind ever again. This is the only method we have at present to change our current situation, so please, do go with Lady Soros to the sacrifice place protected by the Caravana. Aren't you sneaky one? Looks like you're the only person coincidentally out of a job. Of course not. There is much I must do. For example, the preparations for the rite of Trevet still have much to do. I must also consult the words of ancient scribes once more to ascertain the locations of the great songs. As for the quarry drum you brought, I believe I may now form a connection with the Perry who sleep at present Whatspur. Their awakening is necessary for the rite of Chimvada to occur. Regardless, I leave the matters of Twin-Horned Charlotte to you two. Once everything is complete, let us meet at the campsite upon the Tamir Mountains. Oh well, we have to look for that Perry Elder, right? Well, let's hope she isn't as nasty as Soros is. I almost fell. Water.
The wind rises.
I knew I saw a little bit of green here.
Squall and fury.
Oh, okay. So I'm not aggroed. Ooh. This makes it very nice.
rises.
Flicker. Here you are. Huh.
Ooh.
Quit following me.
I'm sorry, what?
Behold!
Some buildings. First gotta grab the Geoculus. Nope. Geoculus.
The wind rises.
A lot of chests out here.
Behold! Upon the gale.
Wait, what's that up there?
following me.
These are extremely sparkly. How do I deal with this again? Fruits are born by special plants that have been nourished by aromata. Just contains press interactive skill. What do I do next? I need to get used to these controls.
The wind rises.
Hmm. Hmm. Honestly, I might just call it a night because of this stuff. And I can always continue next time. Definitely quite the adventure. But yeah, I'm gonna call this a night. My voice is tired. My mind is tired. And the game continues another time. Another place. Another wavelength. And now I got a cute little feller with me. Petty. Very cute. But because they only know of the academia, I'd be curious if they were to meet Liyue, Monsad specifically. And Inazuma.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy.
But yeah, I'm a color good night, and everybody farewell.